Adam? Okay. All right. Everyone move down to number 3. Any questions on personnel status? We have had a change, I think, or two in the jail, but nothing major. Any questions on that, Robert?
No.
Mr. Hartline?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Put that on the consent agenda. Fine on that. All right. Under board appointments, presentations, and proclamations. 4A is a proclamation, National Donate Life Month. This is something we've done for years. And anyone got a problem with that? Questions? Okay. All right. Next one, 4B. This is something we've done for many years. This is a proclamation of Confederate History Month to recognize our people. We do have some of our men here if y'all want to come up. Don, have you got that proclamation? Or did you give it to me?
Karen's got it. Here.
I'll have that proclamation.
Check and sign on. Here's all 3.
Thank you.
Dad. Mention about the lights.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. We've got some problems with our sound system, so I'm going to talk as loud as I can. Anybody that says anything, they just talk where we can pick it up. And they didn't get it put back today, so we'll have that all fixed next week. So we'll talk as loud as we can. Hopefully you can hear. But appreciate y'all being here as every year. And it's a proclamation of Confederate History Month of remembrance. Whereas our country is a nation of people united by a common history of individual heritage and diverse cultures. And Dade County is rich in history of the war between the states. Whereas the state of Georgia has long cherished her Confederate history and the great leaders who made sacrifices on behalf of the Confederate cause. And whereas the Georgia Division of the Sons of Confederate Veterans is dedicated to honoring on a statewide basis those who served in the Confederate States of America and educated the general public on Confederate history. And whereas Confederate Memorial Day has long been celebrated in Dade County and the state of Georgia for more than 100 years. And whereas the month of April bears special significance since it marks both the beginning and the end of the war between the states. Now therefore, we, the Board of Commissioners of Dade County, Georgia, do hereby proclaim April 21st as Confederate History and Heritage Month, and recognize April the 26th as Confederate History and Heritage Day in Dade County, and encourage all residents to increase their knowledge of the role played by the Confederate States of America in our country's history. So resolved and adopted this first day of April 2021. And we appreciate y'all. You do that. Carrie, you want to get a picture?
Yes. Sorry, I'm still working on the audio.
Oh, I don't think you. All right, get it in. There we go. She's got it. All right. Got it. All right, appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Come back. Okay.
He mentioned his ancestors is buried here in
No, go ahead. Tell us, Mark, who you are and what he's one of our Dade Countyans here.
Yeah, my name is Mark Steele. I'm one of 2 people in our county that's actually from, even though I know they're here right now. But anyway, I have 2 great-great-grandfathers that were in the Confederate Army and both buried here in Dade County. One's in Murphy's Holler, as we said, Holler, and one's on Dugan Loop, on what was actually his land at the time. He lost his leg at the Battle of Biloxi in Florida.
So that same family owned that property back then? Yeah.
And it's actually in Larry Moore's backyard.
Really? Oh.
It's actually where it is now, and he takes care of it for us.
Well, what about that?
My grandpa did for years.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Pretty interesting. Yeah. Also, I might say that he's also his uncle was our sheriff here for several years. Kuby.
Yeah. And my dad was
Kuby Steele, and David was his deputy. That was back in the 70s, and
that's all he was. That's all he was.
That's all. We had one sheriff and one deputy. Yeah. Kuby was a very interesting person to talk to in his later days. He could tell some stories, about it, because that was back when we had a lot of moonshine, whiskey, and a lot of stills on here. But we appreciate y'all coming tonight.
Yes, sir.
Thank
I'd
you.
like to read the mission.
Oh yeah,
statement.
go ahead. Yeah.
The State of Dade Camp 707 is an organization that is compromisable with the American Legion. The American Legion has sons of the American Legion. We are the sons of the Confederate veterans, the veterans that fought for the Confederate States of America. Our mission statement, the State of Dade Camp 707 accepts its covenant of responsibility to preserve the Christian principles held by the Southern people, which led to their decision to defend constitutional self-government. Our mission is to preserve the memory and noble Confederate soldier, civil servant, and loyal citizen of the Confederate States of America.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
And it's been really rough lately.
Oh yeah. We're living in some times, but appreciate y'all. Okay. Thank you. All right. All right. Let's move down to 4C, proclamation. 4C, this is a National Child Abuse Prevention Month. Where you at, Martha? Miss Martha Baker's here with us.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
We can do it right over here just as well.
Okay.
This proclamation, whereas one of the most meaningful gifts that a human being can bestow upon another is a gift of life, and whereas more than 121,000 men, women, and children await life-saving or life-enhancing organ transplants, of which over 5,590 reside in Georgia. Am I reading the wrong one? She just corrected me. Wrong one, I'm sorry.
That was the
I was reading, I thought, well, Martha, I didn't know that you were involved in that. Yeah.
The gift of life is a good
Yeah, it
gift.
is. It's a good thing, but I thought, and okay, Child Abuse Prevention Month. I'm sorry, Martha. Whereas in federal fiscal year 2018, 4.3 million reports were made to Child Protective Services. Whereas child abuse and neglect are serious problems affecting every segment of our community, and finding solutions requires input and action from everyone. Whereas our children are our most valuable resource and will shape the future of Dade County. Whereas child abuse can have long-term psychological, emotional, and physical effects that have lasting consequences for victims of abuse. Whereas protective factors are conditions that reduce or eliminate risk and promote the social, emotional, and developmental well-being of children. Whereas effective child abuse prevention activities succeed because of the partnerships created between child welfare professionals, education, health, community, and faith-based organizations, businesses, law enforcement agencies, and families. Whereas communities must make every effort to promote programs and activities that create strong and thriving children and families. Whereas we acknowledge that we must work together as a community to increase awareness about child abuse and contribute to promote the social and emotional well-being of children and families in a safe, stable, and nurturing environment. And whereas prevention remains the best defense for our children and families. Now therefore, we, the Board of Commissioners of Dade County, Georgia, do hereby proclaim April the 21st as National Child Abuse Prevention Month in Dade County, Georgia, and urge all citizens to recognize this month by dedicating ourselves to the task of improving the quality of life for all children and families. So proclaimed, adopted this first day of April 2021. We appreciate all you do.
Thank
we really
you
do.
so much.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You want to say something?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. So I want to, on behalf of Family Connection, present you guys with lapel pins with the blue pinwheel, which is the symbol for Child Abuse Prevention Month. We'll also give those to our law enforcement officers as well. But we're asking that the community wear blue on April the 14th to stand together against child abuse and neglect. The Children's Advocacy Center that serves the Lookout Mountain Judicial Circuit did 260 forensic interviews with children last year. So we plan to place that number of pinwheels around the old courthouse to just be a visual and to honor those children that were affected. So, but thank you all for having me, and thank you so much for the proclamation.
All right, appreciate you. Thanks for all you do.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
so much. Okay, we've got that out of the way, but I appreciate everyone that's involved in that. This is a really hard meeting. I didn't want to start off with this because it's really, you know, Robert, you know, he came up with the idea here with roses, and it's just unbelievable that we're here tonight, and that seat's vacant. You know, but you know, I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's just you know, still like a nightmare to us, and I know to his family, but we'll move on. You know, and Allan, we just need to, you know, just carry on his work, you know, because, man, he was a person, and I've said this 1,000 times, if you knew him, if you had anything to do with him or had any dealings with him, you know that he was a bulldog. I mean, he would find out for you, and he would help you any way he could. And he answered that phone like me. There's no telling how many nights that he's answered after hours, you know, and went to people. So we'll move along. You know, it's just hard. But let's move down to number 5. This is approval of our SPLOST and capital equipment, 5A. Dade County Mountain Rescue, if you want to come up.
Got it where you want it?
I do, thank you.
All right. All right, so my name's Sean Anderson. I'm here on behalf of Dade County Mountain Rescue, and I think you've got in your packets there some funds that we're requesting to replenish some equipment, replace some equipment, and purchase some new equipment. And you've got an itemized list of the equipment and the itemized cost of each piece. I think the total comes to about $10,000, $10,606 that we're requesting out of the SPLOST funds. You've got a letter detailing the equipment and what it's going to be used for. So, do you have any questions on any of that?
I'll start with you, Lamar. If you want to go in, we'll go in the table.
Just got one bid for everything.
That's correct. Now, if you'll read in the back, the last paragraph of the request letter, it explains the reason for those one single bids of each set of equipment.
Explain it if you would, and if you just real quickly go with everybody where people can understand, because everybody don't have that page, you know, why that you actually have only got one bid.
It's a common practice to receive more than one bid, to have multiple bids for purchase of equipment. The equipment that we're purchasing is very specific, very detailed, and there's very few vendors around here that even supplies this equipment. Being Mountain Rescue, we are very particular of the equipment that we do use. We're brand specific, and we're specific of where we purchase it at, because that's our lives that we're putting on something the size of your little finger. Going on into that, Pigeon Mountain Industries, who's stationed over in Walker County, fabricates, they make the rope that we use, and it's used worldwide. For over 25 or 30 years now, Dade County has had a long-standing relationship with Pigeon Mountain Industries, where everything we purchase from them is purchased at a discounted cost. We can't beat their price by going to any other dealer. So we stick with them, and we keep up a really good working relationship with PMI, and because we use them from time to time outside of SPLOST funds. The winch system that we're looking to purchase, and that's the reasoning for that, one of the main reasons for that is we're in a day and time where our manpower is very limited with all volunteer organizations. This winch system provides an extra layer of safety for each and every one of us, and the patients included, and also reduces the amount of manpower that we have to operate it. So we reached out to the manufacturer, who's based in California right now, and requested information on a vendor or a dealer in this area. Usually on items like this, you have to contact the manufacturer, and they'll give you the name of the dealer in your area who would distribute that equipment to you. Well, this manufacturer has a program set up to where he sells to volunteer organizations at dealers' prices. So we're actually getting that equipment straight from the manufacturer, from the individual who designed it and built it. We're getting it at or below dealer's cost. So we cannot beat that cost anywhere. So I can promise you that we was extremely diligent with spending the county's funds.
And I appreciate you taking the time to explain that, because I did read your letter. I also read that part where y'all put your lives on the line to save people. And so we need to do what we can to make sure that you get home to your family.
Well, I appreciate that.
But I needed for the public to hear
Understood.
that you do. I know you did, and I wanted the public to hear.
Unfortunately, we're one of those groups that you don't hear about a whole lot, but when you do need us, you want us to be on our good game.
Yeah. Philip, you got any questions on it?
No, I just think the rope stuff, it's just got a life expectancy.
That's
what
correct.
it is, and we're at the end of that.
The ropes that you're seeing replaced,
Yeah.
those are low stretch kern mantle fabricated ropes, and all your manufacturers of that brand or type of rope will tell you that their lifespan is about 10 years. That's a shelf life if you use the rope or if you don't use the rope. So we tend to replace that as a preventative maintenance measure rather than a reactive in case we have something go wrong with it. So that's correct.
We're not waiting 10 years to replace it either, are we?
No.
Okay.
Robert, you got any questions?
Well, just a couple of things. First, I think, Don, am I right, look at this, this is the first, you said we don't see y'all often coming in here. I think this is the first time that we have had them come in for anything through Splash.
It's been 5-6 years, no longer than that, since we made a purchase on a vehicle. Since then, we've operated only out of our quarterly budgets.
And I remember some years back, I know my brother was still living. He passed away in '99, but he was at the top of the mountain when a rope fell for life force.
That was October 3rd, 1990.
Yep.
I was 14 years old, and I was standing there and watched him fall.
That's how important a rope is, because I think that's what happened with him.
We've had a lot of changes since then.
Just some volunteers were helping to pull up someone. So
Yep.
thank y'all for what you do. Hope you're never called out in need.
Appreciate
With your
that.
new ropes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sean. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, put that on the consent agenda. Okay. All right, move down to 5B. This is the RFP number 2021-01. This is concerning a concrete pad behind the Trenton Fire Department. Mr. Ansel Smith. Where you at, Ansel? Jerry?
Okay, what we're looking at, we want to try to get our parking lot paved. We've been working on this for 5 years, trying to get it done, and of course we had some sickness in the county that we decided just to put it off for a year or so because of that. But we got the bid packages together, and actually we called the concrete people, the ones that does concrete locally, and what was there, three or four?
Try to contact at least 4 of them.
And they picked the bid packages up. We got one bid package back and nothing from the rest of them, so we extended the deadline for turning them in for another week, wasn't it, about a week, and we still didn't get any. And we even personally called to them and asked them. They didn't want to bid on it. So you'll see that there's 2 proposals here, and the reason there's 2 is they didn't read the fine print, which says, and I told you wrong, Philip, it's $50,000. Anything over 50 has to be bonded and insurance and all that. Well, this is not over that mark, but he did get us. This is from the same person. He went and got somebody that's licensed and bid, and has all the insurance. And that proposal, really and truly, this proposal shouldn't even been in there because after we talked to him and told him to read the fine print, it says down there anything over 50, and this is not over 50. So, but we're wanting to do it. I've talked to a couple of the asphalt people, and asphalt just won't get it. You got a truck that's sitting down there. It's almost 50,000 pounds when it's loaded out. So it won't sit on asphalt. So we want to do it in concrete, and we're going to do the whole back of the whole parking lot, and also help keep our department cleaner and the floors cleaner, because we're pulling gravels in and it's chipping the floors. So it's just something we need to do, and we've got the money, I think, in our splash fund. Anybody have any questions about it, or?
Lamar, start with you.
Which we had it on. Pictures that we done. Now, I've talked to Ansel at least twice. I know it's hard to get bids right now. I don't know. I'm okay.
Philip.
Is this my biggest question, I've got a couple, but is this a county building, a city building, a split building? Who owns the property, who owns the building?
County.
County owns the property.
Yeah, county owns it.
County owns it.
County owns it. Yeah.
All right, what about the building itself?
It's kind of,
That's
what we try to do is, with our splosh money from the city and county, is divide it up. You know, if we buy something out of the county splosh, then next time we'll buy it out of the city. Of course, the city splosh is on hold, and the reason it's on hold is because they don't want to deplete the funds that they promised to the animal shelter, and also to LMIG or something they're working
The
on.
roads, paving, yeah.
And that's why if anybody had any questions, but that's why it's froze. When we built the building, the city built all the upstairs, the trusses, and did all the upstairs work when they built that building. But like I say, it is a split thing, but the county owns the property.
okay. I do know that I talked to one contractor today, and said he would have bid on it. And nothing against y'all. We're not doing a very good job of getting our RFPs out. If this was a $5,000 job, I could see getting one bid on it.
Yeah.
What it is, I think we ought to have at least 2 to 3.
Is he a Dade County contractor?
He's a Dade County contractor. I talked to him earlier about it, and he was kind of under that impression of the bonding and the insurance thing.
Yeah.
That's why.
I think
and
that's-
in that week time. So for me, I mean, if we've been waiting on it for 4 years or 5 years, I propose that we table this till next month and get at least 1 or 2 more bids on it.
Do you have a way to do that? Cause I called every one of them, got phone calls
I'll
back.
help you out on that, yes.
Cause one of them I texted and called and never got a phone call back. Maybe the same one you're talking about.
Right, but I'll help you out on that, yes.
Okay.
Robert, you got any comment?
Well, I can agree with Philip on that if we think we can get another one. I mean, I know that's at work, and we talked about that the other day. But there was some misunderstanding about the need of the
Yeah.
bonding, maybe.
And that's why we did another week and made sure they understand that they didn't have to if it was under that amount, so.
And I contacted everyone after that and told them the same thing. And one of them that seemed interested, the morning of, I asked if he was gonna be able to make it, because I contacted Don to see if he'd got any. We had that one, and I said, well, where are you at? I'll come get it and bring it, because I know people like to have two. And when I offered that, then he was like, no, I don't even have it. I haven't even had time, and I don't think I'm gonna do it anyways. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll even offer to go to his job site and bring them back.
How many would have been, how many other would there have been, and say everybody had bid on it? that you're
If
talking
everybody would have,
about- That you're talking about now, not,
at least 4, not 5, that I contacted. And one I never heard back from. I texted him, called him.
I mean, it's not, we try to get get them to bid on it, but.
well, if that's the case, and they all had the same opportunity, then I'm fine with going ahead and doing it, but, I know there was that problem, and you and I talked about it the other day. Not a problem, a misunderstanding of the.
Yeah, and they all knew about that after the fact, because I called them back, because one of them that was going to put in that didn't. I called him, he said, well, there's no way I can do that, and I don't see how anybody in Dade could do that. And that, Don can correct me, I contacted him to the wordage and everything, and that's when he told me about the 50,000. So when we extended, I called him and I said, hey, you don't have to worry about that as long as it doesn't go over to 50,000. If it's under that, then you are good. You don't have to have the bond and all that. And they said, okay. And I even reprinted one for a guy, and then he still didn't. That was the one I was going to go to the job site and get for him. But
And we're talking 48.5 here.
yes,
Right.
sir. Yes, sir.
You're talking, yeah, and then,
The other one would have been the same, but with all the bonding and stuff. It went because he had to go through that company to get the bond.
So the 62,280 was another
This was, it's the same gentleman, but he went through the company to get bonded and insured to do it. And that's how much more it was than.
Well, we just need to, I mean, 30 more days is not gonna hurt anything anyway. I mean, if y'all, I mean, I know where y'all coming from, but we're talking about county money, and if we can get it done for less than that, we need to get it done for less than that. I mean, and they may not be able to do it, but if you want, you feel like you're on the table, is that what you want to do? Rock, what about you?
We can table it and see.
I mean, it shouldn't make that much, difference in time. And Lamar, you said
if you'll just get with us and let us know who, I mean, these people, like I say, they just.
Well, I know on a job this size, if you called me back and said, hey, this is something different, and I had a week to bid it, I'd probably tell you I don't have time either, just to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, you miss something, you lose $5,000-$10,000.
Or more sometimes.
Okay.
All right. We'll just table it, and next week we'll make a move on it.
We'll get them back out again and get with
All right.
you, Philip, and let us.
But you said there's no way you don't feel comfortable in going in and putting like what we put down to truck stop, that type.
Well, I was telling Philip when I was at Signal, we did, we had a big ladder, and even when Ansel was there, they dug that thing out probably 6 foot deep and filled it, and then they put a real heavy asphalt in it.
Yeah.
And then paved back over it, and within a year it was bowed out.
Pumping.
Yeah.
Pumping.
Those trucks,
They're heavy.
big dual axles, when they twist,
yeah.
they'll twist that stuff right
That's
up.
right.
And that's why I talked to a couple of weeks and a couple of asphalt people I know. And
Well, the only reason I said that because we could do it in-house and do it, but there's no need. It's kind of like Alabama. If you've been down 59, all that money was wasted back 2 years ago, and now they're digging all of it up. So no need in going that route if you, if you
I know
would.
there was some concern about the cleaners that you use attacking the asphalt too to keep the trucks degreaser.
Right.
Attacking the asphalt, I found that out.
Yeah, you do have sometimes you have a hydraulic leak on one of them or something. If it gets on the asphalt, it's not good. So, but if y'all want to table it, then that's real.
Well, I don't know, now, of course, I'm not a construction, I do know that construction material, lumber, steel, you name it, has gone up over the last month again.
Right.
What if we pass this by and there's a increase in concrete and shoots that thing up?
They just have increased it though. I don't think it'd go up for 30
I was
days.
shocked whenever he told us how much concrete was in, because it used
Yeah, I couldn't believe how much it
But
was.
it's going up, from my understanding, it goes up about like the lumber and stuff's going up, so.
Yeah, it's,
I know Billy's got 2 notices, I think, from steel going up since.
And rock.
In the light, yeah, and
And rock.
gravel, rock.
So I guess there is a possibility of being cheaper, but there's.
Well, it just went up really, the rock and agate in. So it's just, I don't think in 30 days, if they go up, there's something wrong bad with the concrete again. And we're holding there. We can get them to hold their price because we put so much concrete out here on this mountain. So I don't think we're going to look at worrying about that. I mean, not in a short time like this. So.
And that may be something else we need to check with the contractor on, if they would use the concrete company that we've been using on the side of the mountain, because.
not a bad idea. They may give you a better price.
$15.
No, it's a lot. Yeah, we should. Yeah.
Oh, it's a bunch.
Yeah.
One other question, you said talked about doing it in 2 pours.
Yeah.
You got anything in your RFP about dialing? Somebody's gonna pour 2 pours, or are you gonna pin it in that joint? Do you know?
Yeah, they're gonna go with the dowel.
They'd have to dowel
And we're
on
also
concrete that
using,
thick. You'd have to dowel it.
No, I've not seen the RFPs, that's why.
Yeah, also using the heavy duty 6x8 or 4x8 sheets of wire instead of the roll wire.
Yeah.
And also on the end, it's connected to the street, to the asphalt. We're putting rebar in right there to keep it from breaking off.
Okay.
And we're gonna keep it a little bit higher than the asphalt, so because they'll pave one day. So.
All right.
But I guess we could check on I guess we'll just get with our young man over there and we'll get that rolled up that way. Okay?
All right. Appreciate y'all. All right. Let's move down to number 6. This is ordinance 12-03-09. This is amending ordinance to include no vaping or e-cigarettes at our parks. You want to comment on that? He's Phillips over our parks, and he's our commissioner.
No, and I think where this come up from is we had somebody at the soccer, actually out on the field with the kids vaping.
Well, that's happened more than
Yeah,
once.
so that's where this is coming up from, is,
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
that's where this ordinance is coming up from, is, you know, people been out on the field around kids doing that, and we don't know what's in the vape, we don't know what product they're using, so we don't know how it affects the kids, so we're better off to let it be just like tobacco, just not have them to be able to do it at all.
Lamar, you got a comment on that?
No, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. Robert?
I agree 100%. Back when we did this ordinance, I don't know that there was such thing as vaping then. And I wouldn't want to say it. I don't know. Like I say, you don't know what they've got in them. It can be something you don't want to breathe. It may just be smoke. I don't know.
Okay.
But they just should follow the same guidelines as anybody smoking or using tobacco.
Okay. Put that on the consent agenda. Okay. All right, let's move down to number 7. This is ordinance number 03-05-20. This is amending special use board ordinance. This will be letting our special use board actually elect their chairman within the board. Lamar, I start with you on that? Wait a minute, I'm sorry.
If I could though, in this ordinance, we need to have a public hearing. And so what I would suggest to you is that we schedule one. I can't imagine this being a particularly controversial thing, but you never know. But nevertheless, we need to have a public hearing. And what I would suggest is that we have it at maybe 5:30 prior to
The next meeting.
the next meeting.
So this will be the first. We can go ahead and tentatively or take
We need to have the public hearing before we bring this up for consideration.
Okay.
So,
all right.
It have to have two readings in.
2 readings.
2 readings. Okay. What do we need to have a vote on that? Does it need to be put on a consent agenda that we agree to have the public hearing, or they shouldn't really?
I don't think that requires a vote.
Okay.
To have a public
All right.
hearing.
All right. So we'll set it, Don. 30 minutes before the next meeting in May. All right. I appreciate that, Robert. Now I know why we pay you the big dollars, huh? I appreciate it. You do a good job. All right. Move down to number 8. This is an intergovernmental agreement, the Board of Elections in the City of Trenton. Robin, where are we at on that now?
I think we've got an agreement, although it's right now for the City and Board of Elections to approve, but I can.
So we need to table it till next meeting? Okay, that'll be tabled then, okay? All right. Now, if y'all are comfortable, we'll go ahead and go into our meeting. I mean, you got anything you want to add?
Well, I was gonna ask a question about did y'all have this on y'all's table too, about the amnesty day?
Oh, the tire industry?
Yeah.
I was just going to talk about it. You know,
Have
it's
you read
next
that, though,
first week.
That letter right there, you read that yet?
This was the last minute. I just got an email. I answered it at 3 o'clock today, you know.
Oh, you did address it? Okay.
Did you put that in there?
No, Don did.
No, we'll talk about it, you know, when I do my report. Or we can talk about it right now. As far as the tire industry day, what Philip's talking is we've had some questions. Actually, 3 people have asked about they're going to go out in a community, which they have before, and help people out that can't actually bring their tires in, whether it be elderly people or whatever. And all we ask is that if you do that, that's fine. You know, you bring your first load, that's fine. But when you come back, we just need to have an address of where you picked those tires up, and nothing real fancy, and a contact number, just to show that we've documented that those tires are not coming from out of state or whatever, you know. So that's not too much to ask. And what you do, if you just document it on your phone or put it, you know, I'll be down there. We can record it with our phone, take a picture of it, and we got it, and we put it in a file. That's all it is. And I don't think that's too much to ask.
No, that was what I'd read this, and that's what I said. Just have somebody to sign something. Put
That's
their
it. That's
address.
all it is. You know, I mean, if you pick up from 10 households, just jot down if it's up on Wells Road or down here on Church Street, put it down, and that way we can keep everybody. You know, it's just fair. You know. Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and we'll get out of the work session. And honestly, I'm just going to go ahead and call our regular meeting to order officially. Appreciate everyone staying through our work session, and appreciate everyone showing interest in all it said. The only thing about it, we usually ask for comments after I try to throw that in here. Is there anyone that wants to comment on what we've done tonight as far as our work session? Okay. All right. Robert, would you lead us in prayer and pledge of allegiance, please? And we'll go ahead and get started. If everyone would stand, please.
I will. I know we have many needs in our county with different people. We want to continue to remember Kathy and her family and the loss of Allan here. Buddy Sampson with us tonight. Been a long time since the mayor's been here. He just had a brother pass away, and been praying for you, buddy, and just your loss. Father, we thank you for our time together here. We come with thankful hearts because of where we live and the people we serve and the people we get to fellowship with on a day-to-day basis. But we come with heavy hearts because, Lord, though you blessed us through the last few weeks in weather that could have been much worse, but you've taken from us someone that we love, someone that we'll miss for a long, long time, and his family that we've known for a long time, and we just ask you to be with them, bless Buddy and his family. And Lord, we just pray that you would bless tonight, bless our community, our county, our schools, our businesses. Lord, we have such a beautiful place and such a blessing that you give us, and the landscape itself, and just where we live and call home. So Lord, we thank you for that, the opportunity to serve in these seats. Lord, it means a lot to us, but we realize that we're here to serve the people. We pray that you would help us tonight, as always, to make the decisions that are the best we can make and will benefit in a great way, in a good way, the most people we can. So Lord, just bless their meeting tonight. Let everything we do bring glory to you. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Robert. This is a regular scheduled meeting of the Dade County Board of Commissioners, which takes place at the same time on the first Thursday of every month. Proper notice of this meeting was given to our legal origin of Dade County and has been posted in the hallway of Administrative Building. This time I do need a roll call. Mr. Lowry?
Here.
Mr. Hartline?
Here.
Mr. Goff?
Here.
Sheriff present. I'm sorry, but it's hard. Before we move on, Robin, it's okay to go ahead and do this, I guess, the appointment. I do have 3 people here that have shown interest in the position. I have Jeremy Dyer had called and talked to everyone here, I think, and have a lady by the name of Bella Donna. She lives at 510 Plum Neely. She's back in the back here, or almost in the back, and good to have you here. And then we have Melissa Christensen, which is Allan's daughter. And do I have a motion pertaining to these people here as far as?
Mr. Chairman, we'll need a motion to amend the agenda, then we can take it.
Okay. I thought I'd done. That's the reason I asked you that in the.
You did, and I didn't understand what we were doing.
Okay. That's okay. All right. I need a motion to amend the agenda to include this this appointment. Do I have a motion?
Motion to amend the agenda.
I have a second.
Second.
I'll call a vote. Mr. Lowry?
Yes.
Mr. Hartline?
Yes.
Mr. Goff?
Yes.
And chair votes yes. Okay. All right, now, getting back to what I said there. Do I have a motion pertaining to the appointment of a person to replace Mr. Bradford? This will be a temporary replacement until the election in November. The actual election won't happen then. And did we say August now? Is that right?
August 16th through 18th.
All right, 16th through 18th will be the
3 day.
Yep.
Anyone in District 4.
Yep.
Which does include, we're talking today, it does include Piney.
Yep.
In that area over and there across the creek, so.
Yeah. And so that would be qualifying, and then of course the election is in November, and also there'll be a city election going on too. It'll all happen right here in this room on that day. I mean, as far as the city, and then the county precincts will be open. All precincts will be open on election day. So
there will be early voting for this.
That's right, and it'll be here in this building. Yeah. So do I have a motion pertaining to these people?
I'd make a motion to appoint Melissa Bradford, what's her last name?
Christensen.
Christian.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what, I think Allan would be proud
Yeah.
to help her replace him.
Yeah. I have a motion, I have a second.
I'll second.
Okay, I'll call a vote. Mr. Lowry?
Yes.
Mr. Hartline?
Yes.
Mr. Goff?
Yes.
And chair votes yes. Okay, motion carries. We do have the family here tonight too. I want to recognize them in the back here of Allan. Have his wife here. I'm sure glad to see y'all. I know it's hard on y'all, and Melissa, you want to say something? I mean, do you feel like? I mean, I know it's. If not, that's fine.
Overwhelmed, and just like my dad, I want to do this county well. That will be my first thoughts always is to serve and to help. And I appreciate this opportunity, and any help that anybody wants to give me, I will be there to probably need it.
All right, thank you. All right.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Yeah,
All right.
do you mind if I go on?
It's been very difficult to go through this, but I would like to thank each and every one of you for all the cards and letters and just being there for me. I know it's going to be hard, but Allan would want us to carry on, and he cared so much about the county and the people in it. And regardless who runs for this term in the next election, I hope that we can get somebody in there that will follow his shoes. I know it's going to be hard and it's going to be a big step, but this county needs people to step up and, follow through. He loved this county. And I just want to say thank you all for everything that you've done and all your support in my family. It's been overwhelming, just all the support that we had. And thank you. God bless you.
Okay. All right. We're here for you. All right, let's move down to our District Commissioners Committee reports. Lamar, you want to go ahead and start?
Well, our 911 calls this month were 3,494. We had 197 EMS total calls. We had 236 fire departments, and that includes our public works. 236. Police was a total of 3,061 for a total of 3,494. We've had a rough month with all the storms and stuff, and that's the reason I really wanted to be sure to mention when I say our emergency services. A lot of times we forget that our road crew is a part of our emergency services. On my way here tonight, I got a call from Billy Massengill, our road supervisor, that Morganville Ridge Road had fell off, and it had. I went by there on my way. They're out there fixing it right now. So they worked all day, barely got home, had to grab all the equipment and head to Morganville Ridge Road. So I want to thank them for all they do, not putting anybody else away from their importance, but just sometimes I think we may forget when I mention emergency services, that includes our county road department. We're appreciative of all of our emergency services.
Yeah. Mr. Hartline.
I talked to Stacy earlier, and he said that on baseball, we've just had sign-ups for rec baseball. We had 155 kids sign up for that. We've got 140 kids that signed up for soccer, and all 140 kids is 10U and under. So that's a lot of
goodness gracious
kids from that age down. We've got a softball tournament scheduled for next weekend to get the season started off. We've had a couple, but it's rained on the weekends that they were scheduled for it, so they didn't make. So that should, hopefully we got good weather next week, so that should be our first tournament of the year. He also said that last year we had some 18 and over baseball games down there. He said they've scheduled 28 games this year and also the end of the year tournament for down there. We got a load of safe coat in and put it on one of the fields. If you've been down there and you've got kids that play, you know when it rains a lot, the fields stay muddy. Stacy sent me a video the other day of a field without safe coat and one with. Well, the next day we could have played ball on the field that had the safe coat on it. It's amazing of what it does and how much water it soaks up. We've sold, Stacy's been selling banners to put on the field, on the fences for businesses. He's got 11 banners sold so far for this year. The banners are $200 the first year and then $100 every year after that. We'll keep them up during the season. When the season's over, we'll take them down, roll them up, and store them inside so they won't weather and age on that part. Another thing that's been brought to my attention that Stacy told me is we're having kids climb up on the roof of the bathroom. They're using the Coke machines to get up on top. The Coke machines are not bolted down. So, first of all, it's unsafe for them to do that because they could turn the Coke machine over on themselves. The other thing is, if they get up and damage the roofs, the parents are going to be liable for the damage done at the park. We spend a lot of money and a lot of time to have a really nice facility. So, pay attention to what your kids are doing and where they're at. It's been 2 or 3 times that they've had to get a kid off the roof of the bathroom next to the playground.
And they're not little kids either. They're like 12-year-olds.
No, I think there was about 10 to 12-year-olds,
12-year-olds,
not small kids either. So, like I said, Stacy then put a lot of time and effort into keeping that place really nice. My daughter played travel ball, and we have one of the nicest facilities around. And we spend a lot of money to get it there. So, help us take care of it. That's all I have.
Mr. Goff.
Well, I usually go right to mine. I just want to add one thing to what Phil was talking about.
There you go, Robert.
Another problem that we're having that is Stacy is over the park, and we don't micromanage Stacy or anybody else. If he's got the gate locked when it's come 4 inches of rain, that means nobody. Because I think we've had some that thought, well, we can go down there and get on it. But as you listen, I mean, these are some serious things. It is a beautiful place, and it's locked for a reason. So please don't get on it or think you can get on it just because it's a county facility and nobody's there when he's got it locked and the rains have been deep. Splosh this month, good to report, 208,646.78. March is usually one of the lowest years, and the last 2 years it has not been. That's been the months that kept us from being pretty much solidly over 200,000 a month. So this March it went up. That being said, I'd like to thank the people of Dade County, though it is a different splosh. The e-splosh did pass a couple of weeks ago. That is the education splosh that passed for the school system. So thank the people who came out and voted. Whether you voted for or against it, you came out and did your duty to vote. Got an email this morning from Angie Galloway, our new tax commissioner. And I know all of y'all got it. I did call her and ask her the amount because I couldn't open up the little
thing that she sent with the attachment. She said they set a record in the month of March for new car titles in Dade County, 503 new car titles. 22 of them were new people to the county. And I asked her the amount of that, it being a record, is $401,000 in TAVT tax into the county. I asked her what the normal was. She said last March, which must be a good March for buying cars, or a good month, 288,000. So at 112,000 more. And she said it usually runs less than that. That was a pretty good month. So that's a lot of money that's come into the county where people, and it's not only that, it shows the boost in the overall economy and people having some confidence in the economy. I am one of those. I don't know why I done it, but I bought a new pickup truck, so I got some money lost in there somewhere. Had a weak moment, I think. The end of the legislation was yesterday. I don't know, sign a day, whatever it is when they throw everything in there and they say the legislature is going home. As you know, the only bill that's caught a lot of attention, not only in Georgia but nationwide, the biggest bill, I guess, to come out was a bill that the governor has already signed about the elections and the way elections will change. I think there's already some things in the work to put a stop to that through the court system. I don't understand. It doesn't matter what party we're for or a part of. People want it where it's fair. They want it where it's transparent. They want it where it's honest. And every time they work on something to make it more that way, that's not good enough. And I know this is going on, but Don sent out a text or an email to us the other day, some guy in New Jersey who's going to bring his family down here on vacation. But because Georgia passed that law, he was not going to come and spend his money in Georgia. So their eyes are on Georgia everywhere in the United States of America tonight for one reason or the other. But that's the bill that took most of the blunt. So I really don't know a lot of other things that come out. But the elections will change if the courts allow them to change, I guess, at this point. So thank you for being here, and that's my report.
Thank you, Robert. Good report. We've had a busy month. You know, it's been a sad month, but I'll go ahead and give you a report on some things that's happening. Like County Road 6 up here, we're trying to make our final pours on it and I can give you a whole lot better report or as far as the opening on it next week when we see how things go and the weather goes on that. But we've really been fortunate on that. We kind of got sidelined on some of the storms and rains, but it really didn't hurt us that bad because we were already on hard ground working, so that's a good thing. And we did mention the tire day there just a minute ago. It's going to be the first week in May there, but and we did try to answer that question as far as the tires go. If you are hauling more for more people than yourself, come back multiple times. We just ask you to bring address for you and where you pick the tires up. It's not a great big deal. I want to give you a report on the Tractor Supply. Of course, it's up. They're doing what they call a soft week this week. Saturday morning, we're going to try to help them over there. They're going to have a ribbon cutting. We're going to have some bluegrass music from up on Sand Mountain there. Mr. Breedlove and his group. We're going to have give away some hot dogs and stuff. It's going to be a big morning, Trenton, the fire department's going to participate over there. Going to bring the big ladder truck with the flags and all. Try to make it a really good morning. It starts at 10 o'clock. That's when the actual ribbon cutting is going to be. Dollar General Market, which south of here, was down there Monday with those people. They came in Monday, and they'd actually met with Ansel on the Friday, and they've got 30 days to turn it over to the Dollar General people, and they figure about a week, maybe a week, 2 weeks stocking, and they'll be up and running and have that one open down there. So, it looks like possibly, this is not official, but probably middle of May, that store will be open, and that's just south of Trenton here where the old Fred's building's at. Dollar General out at Davis, they have went ahead and opened up for business, but hopefully the Alliance and the Chamber, they're working with, I gave a number to them the other day. Hopefully, we'll have a ribbon cutting on that building out there in the next week or two. So it's going now. And I just learned, actually yesterday, that this is not in Dade County, but it's right on the line here. The Hinkle store out in Hinkle, out there on Lookout, they've already went ahead and signed the paperwork and all. It's fixing to be built out there, so that'll give that community out in Hinkle, like I said, it's just real close to Dade County line. That'll give them a store out there to go to and purchase groceries. So we hit a lot of Dollar Generals, but it sure does the communities. I know it helps. It helped us in Rising Fawn. It helps the rural areas, to keep from actually driving so many miles just to get your basics that you need, to live. The actual part of my week too has also been spent with GDOT pertaining to the aid that we're trying to get for County Road 6 out here, and also we've actually applied today for. Did you get that in, Don? Okay. This is on some extra money that only 4 counties are getting in Northwest Georgia, and we're one of them, on some extra striping, guardrail, anything pertaining to safety on our roads. And as you know, we've got a lot of roads out here that do need striping on them. Of course, a lot of them need paving too, but we've got some that we're going to spend that money on and help. And it's going to help us also on this County Road 6 on money on it. So that's a good thing. And they're really we got some good people down there that's in the GDOT and the commissioner and all, and they really are good people to work with, and they understand, especially on the rural counties up in the mountains here, Rayburn County all the way across, and they really seem like they're there to help us, and that's what you want, really. You got anything else you want? Anything y'all forgot maybe you want to bring up?
Just one thing, when I reported on the TABT tax, all that money does not stay in the county. That is between the school system, the county, and the state gets a pretty good chunk of it too.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though it's a good month, it's not all in the county coffers.
Yeah. And I do want to just say appreciation to all of our people that our governmental people, our fire departments, and all that participated in Allan's funeral. As Kathy said, she appreciates it so much, and we the commissioners do too. We appreciate it because it was really a special thing, and it turned out to be the ideal, perfect place to have it over there. So we just appreciate everyone with us. All right, let's move on down. Alex is not going to be here tonight. He had to cancel on us. Marshanna Sharp, where you at, Marshanna?
Marshanna's not here. It's me.
Well, that's good. You'll do. Yeah, you'll do.
I'm Christy Ballard. I am the Youth Education Coordinator at the library. And Marshanna couldn't be here, so she sent me. I haven't met all of you, but hi. And I just want to tell you about Read to Lead. It was really successful this year. We did a little bit differently due to circumstances. We had it virtually. So we want to thank everyone who came out to read stories and who contributed. The kids really loved it. We ended up giving away about 250 free books to all the kids, and it was just a really big success. So thanks to everyone who contributed to that. And the next big thing that we have coming up is summer reading, and that our kickoff is going to be on May 31st, and registration opens on May 15th. And we'll be sending out, I know a lot of the community contributes to that with donations, and I think she said the letters will be going out sometime this month. So that's what we have going on, but it was a big success, and so we thank everybody who contributed.
All right, thank you. Any questions? All right, thanks a lot. All right. Miss Sarah Dyer, our UGA Extension agent. You got, okay. All right. If everyone look at the screen, we've got a report.
Hey everyone, this is Sarah Dyer with Dade County UGA Extension and 4-H. I've got some timely information tonight, so let's dive in. At the beginning of March, our shotgun team got started with practices. You may have noticed in the Dade County Sentinel, the special they ran on our team, you can see these pictures here. They've gotten going, and they have their upcoming qualifier match. It will be held in Chattooga. It'll be on Saturday the 17th. So if you see a shotgun participant, please be sure to wish them luck at the qualifier match. We also had our 2021 Chicken Project registration. Chicks have now been ordered and they will be delivered in May. So stay tuned for more information in that if your child is registered for that project. Our shotgun team is currently doing a fundraiser. So our team members are selling t-shirts by pre-order to raise funds for things like supplies. Shirts are available in any adult size from small to 3XL. They are $25 a piece, and that payment is to be made to the Dade County 4-H office with an attention to the shotgun team. So this is very important because tomorrow is the deadline. We are trying to get these shirts ordered in time so that supporters and parents of the team members that go to the qualifying match in just a couple weeks will be able to wear these shirts and support the team. So y'all know that we had some bigger event fundraisers planned last year when COVID hit for our state shooting sports program. Unfortunately, those couldn't happen. We're still not able to get back to those large gathering programs. But this is a way that we can fundraise for the team and share the word about the shotgun team throughout the community. So if you grew up in the program, your child did, I really hope that you would take note of this and that you're excited about this design and fundraise opportunity. These shirts are awesome and we're really looking forward to getting them in. So to order a shirt, give our office a call or stop by the office by noon tomorrow. We will be placing the order tomorrow afternoon after lunch. So give us a call, get on the list. Even if you can't bring your money to us tomorrow and you're busy tomorrow, at least give us a call and get on our order list, and you can stop by our office next week to pay. So we really hope that you guys are excited about this. We sure are. We're finding a way to raise the money for the team, even without being able to do those bigger activities. And that comes with a really cool design to rep throughout the community. In April, we will be hosting a livestock showing interest meeting. This is for all parents and their kids that are interested in showing anything from goats, lambs, cattle, or pigs in 4-H. So this is for any students, 1st grade through 12th grade, who want to purchase animals, raise them, learn how to show them, and then travel across the state, potentially beyond, to exhibit their livestock. We will have a meeting April 13th at 6 p.m. at the Ag Center. Give us a call if you have more questions about this, and we hope to see you there. We are doing a Dade County 4-H project achievement. So for any parents listening at home, this is for any 4th, 5th, or 6th graders. What it is a student picks their favorite topic or something they're interested in learning more about. They take the time to research that project and develop a presentation. They will record themselves giving that presentation, or you can set up an appointment to come by our office to have that recorded. All videos will be uploaded between the time frame of now, April 1st and April 14th. You will call our office for that upload link, or if you come into our office, we will handle that for you. All students who submit a video and participate in this project achievement are going to receive a t-shirt and be eligible to come to our awards night, April 22nd at 6 p.m. So between April 1st and April 14th, students that are interested can research a topic, develop a presentation, upload a video of their presentation. Then we will have judges judge these presentations and place them, and then we will host an awards night. So give us a call if you have any additional questions about this. Students can pick any topic under the sun, have some fun with it, and we are glad to help them throughout the process. Last month, our Clover Buds had fun learning about wind and flying kites. Our next Clover Buds meeting will be April 13th, and please remember, parents, that you need to register for an activity kit by April 9th. That way you can pick up the activity kit and participate from home. The next community club meeting, which is for 4th through 12th graders, it is held virtually by Zoom or in person at the Dade County Public Library. That next meeting will be held April 27th. So mark your calendars. You may have recently seen that the Dade grass class is coming back. That is still true, but I did survey the registrants in the 2020 series about their thoughts and their goals for moving forward with the 2021 series. The majority of the course registrants do want to wait until the UGA restrictions are relaxed and we can all meet together in person at the Ag Center as one big group. So at this point in time, that 2021 series is postponed until further notice, and I will be sure to let everybody know and advertise that in the community when it's time to pick that back up. One thing I did learn from this survey was how much our farmers and producers want this information and want it in a full year format. So when we do start back, rest assured, no matter what month it is, whether that's May or October, when we start, we will go for a full 1 year of the monthly program. So stay tuned for some more information on that down the road. The Tri-State Cattlemen's Association has reconvened. We had a great meeting in March here in Dade County. The next meeting will be April 20th at the Walker County Ag Center, and that will be at 6:30 p.m. Don't forget, if you would like to participate in the meal for that meeting, you will need to call our office and RSVP by the Friday before. We will put out reminders for all of this on our Facebook page, and you can also go follow the Tri-State Cattlemen's Association Facebook page for those announcements as well. Our last announcement for the night is our upcoming Forge Field Day. This will be Tuesday, April 27th. So this is something that myself and fellow extension agents in the northwest corner of the state are coming together to host. So Dade County, Walker, Catoosa, Murray, and Whitfield counties will be hosting this event at Dry Creek Farm over in Ringgold. We will be offering different topics and demonstrations, and there is the opportunity to receive pesticide license credits if you are needing renewal credit. Registration can either be done by coming into our office and I will take care of it, or you can print off this flyer from our Facebook page and mail your registration directly to the Catoosa County Extension Office, who is handling that registration in their office. Feel free to give us a call with any of the questions that you may have from any of these events coming up in the future, and don't forget about our shotgun fundraiser going on. Give us a call by tomorrow at lunch if you would like to order a shirt. Thank you.
All right. Good report. All right, let's move down to, is 4-H lady still here? Or did she left? I just wondered, it said it cut it off tomorrow, I wonder if they're open tomorrow.
Because they told me I could come by there and pay for mine.
Okay, I didn't.
I called them today.
Yeah.
She said they'd be there tomorrow.
Okay.
And the little secretary would be there in the office tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, let's move down to Donna Street's not going to be able to make it tonight. Miss Jane Dixon, Public Information for the Alliance for Dade and Chamber of Commerce.
I hate to disappoint you.
Okay. You'll do.
George Williams from the Alliance for Dade. Thanks for your time. Just wanted to give you a quick update on a number of things that are going on with the Alliance. First of all, we're up to 63 investors. So we're pretty excited about that. We're continuing to work at our membership and getting more people and more organizations involved. We're putting out weekly now on Monday a short update to all of our investors of what's going on. And it's a very short email so that they can get some ideas about what's happening. This past week we started, and myself with Evan Stone, on doing Alliance Live, which is going to be 5 to 6 minute segments with all of our investors. An opportunity to put them out on social media and talk about their businesses or organizations as well. March, we sent out the second of our quarterly newsletters. We call those the Alliance Builder. It's a more informative newsletter that goes out to all of our investors. We're going to be part of some grand openings here. We're going to be at Tractor Supply on Saturday. I've talked to the store director at the Dollar General, and we're going to do a ribbon cutting with them next week. So we made sure our scissors aren't rusty, and we've got the ribbon ready to go. Another project that we just completed, and in fact, Allan Bradford helped us find this location, but we're putting a blessing box at Sunset and Highway 136. The high school worked with us to get this thing built. We just got the signage for it, and I think we'll probably be putting it in place within the next week. So that's an opportunity for us to showcase that, and also to thank Dade County High School construction class for doing the work on that.
Now explain to the people what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a box. Actually, it looks like an old telephone booth, and it's got shelving in it, and it's going to contain goods that people may need: food, healthcare products, those kinds of things. So if you're somebody that can donate, certainly stop by and donate those kinds of things. If you're in need, that's an opportunity for you to come by and maybe get some food or personal items that you might need in your life and don't have the opportunity to go get. So that's what it is.
It's good.
So we're excited about that. We're also just started, I believe it was yesterday, had a meeting with Families First to help them with their mission in Dade County as well. And within a week or two, we're going to start planning for the Business Expo, which is something that's happened here in December. We're going to start our planning process for the event to happen in December of this year. And I'd just like to say thanks not only to our county, but we're working as a bunch of volunteers to get this work done. And I just want to say thanks to our volunteers. If there's people out in the audience that are willing to volunteer their time, we have a number of committees that we need to fill in. So that's it. Are there any questions?
Any questions? Good report. I appreciate all you're doing.
Hey, thank you.
Mr. William Back, are you here tonight? I don't think William didn't have a report. Okay. All right. All right, let's move on down to our monthly financial report presented by Mr. Don Townsend. Don, would you go over that, please?
As of March 29th, 2021, the general fund balance had a balance of $1,868,112. General fund certificate of deposits has a balance of $1,302,494. The Federal Asset Fund, U.S. Treasury, has a balance of $0. Sheriff Special Fund, a balance of $3,968. Drug Abuse Education Fund, $41,234. Supplemental Juvenile Services Fund, $26,946. Victim Assistance Fund, $2,457. Jail Fund, $25,841. The Federal Asset Fund, Department of Justice, is $0. Employees Flexible Spending Account, $24,856. Payroll Account, $34,512. In our SPLOST, our 2015 SPLOST funds, the Project Account has a balance of $92,081. And the Special Purpose Local Option Sales Tax, General Obligation Sales Tax Bond Account, Debt Services Account has a balance of $794,539. And the next report over you'll see is our revenues and expenses. This is as of period ending February 28th, 2021. As far as revenues go, we show an actual balance received of $478,364, and we had budgeted $510,063. which would put us short at $31,699. However, I just want to point out to you there, if you look at public transportation, you'll see that we anticipated bringing in $26,150. There were about 3 or 4 months worth of revenues that had pooled up at the Department of Transportation, and they just released those on March 11th for $85,224. So actually, we would have, if this was March, we would have seen a balance of $563,588, and we would have been in excess funds of $53,525. So just, it's always concerning to see if you're short one month. But anyway, actually, that money did come in. It was just 3 or 4 months worth of public transportation funds that had pooled up. And actually, the one above that is the the Family and Children Services. Their lease payment had not posted either during the month, but it's now in as well. Continuing on revenues, year-to-date, year-to-date actuals was $9,568,431. We budgeted $9,544,717. So we actually have excess funds of $23,713. On the next page is the expense side, and for the month of February, we show an expense of $752,910. Monthly was budgeted at $885,129, so we were under budget $132,219. And then year to date, we've spent $8,129,993. Budgeted $8,299,476, so we were again under budget $169,482. Budget attained so far was at 66.67% of the year. Revenues attained were at 79.39%, and expenses were at 67.45%. Continuing over into the SPLOST section, local option sales tax, we brought in about, for the month of March, $166,917.36. In special purpose local option sales tax, we brought in $208,646.78. And then the final report is the tax commissioner's report. And you'll see that she is now, on this report, she says it's collected at 89.53%, but I talked to her today, and actually, jumping a month ahead, she's already at 95%. So she's doing very well. That concludes the report.
Okay. Any questions? Corrections? Okay. If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve our financial report as submitted by Don Townsend. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve is read.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, call a vote. Mr. Lowry?
Yes.
Mr. Hartline?
Yes.
Mr. Goff?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes. Okay. All right. Robin, you got anything?
I don't, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. All right. Finished business. Okay. The readings of the minutes of the last month's regular meeting and any special call meeting will not be required since all commissioners have been furnished copies. The minutes are public record available for view in our county commission office. The minutes are included in the consent agenda. At this time, I'll ask Mr. Townsend to review our consent agenda, and then I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Okay, we had on the consent agenda for tonight, the approval of the agenda, the approval of the previous meeting minutes, the review of the personal status report, proclamation for the month of April, National Donate Life Month, a proclamation for Confederate History Month for the month of April, and also for April, a proclamation for National Child Abuse Prevention Month. We have under SPLOST, the approval for equipment for the Dade County Mountain Rescue as presented by Mr. Sean Anderson for a total of $10,606.35. And the ordinance, first reading of the ordinance only, ordinance number 12-0, no, that's not right. Hold on. It's going to be ordinance number 05-06-21. An ordinance to amending ordinance 120309 to prohibit use of tobacco and vaping products in county parks. And that's it.
All right. Any questions, corrections? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve our consent agenda as presented. To have a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve as presented.
All right. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Call a vote. Mr. Lowry? Yes. Mr. Hartline?
Yes.
Mr. Goff?
Yes.
And chair votes yes. Okay. All right. Move down to number 8. Anyone want to come up tonight and talk to us? I can give you 5 minutes about anything we've talked about tonight. Okay. We don't need an executive session. Commissioners, you got anything you want to add?
Just want to add one thing about everybody taking care of their health. As bad a year as it's been for COVID, it was the number 3 killer of the U.S. citizens. Number 1 was heart disease. Number 2 was cancer. So, encourage everybody to be sure and get your physicals, take care of yourself.
Okay. You got anything, Hartline? Robert, you got anything to add?
Everybody have a wonderful, blessed Easter.
All right. All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve if there's no further. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
All right, call a vote. Mr. Lowry? Yes. Mr. Hartline?
Yes.
Mr. Goff?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, okay. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.